トリガー城ライオン丸水産見参。
In 1966, P Productions produced a live adaptation of Ambassador Magma. This TV series, which was based on Osamu Tezuka's manga, was the first full-color tokusatsu hero program broadcast in Japan, beating Ultraman to the airwaves by a week. Seeking to repeat this success, in 1967, the studio set out to create an original title for their next live-action TV series. This resulted in a 12-minute pilot featuring a new heroic character, Jaguar Man. This short film, plus a manga series in Adventure King, was used to pitch their new story, which centered on Jaguar Man's battle against the Mantle Empire, which had declared war against humanity. Unfortunately, their proposal was rejected by Fuji TV executives, who asked the P Productions team to iterate on the concept to make the character more beast-like and capable of more dynamic action. This led to a refreshed approach to the project and a new 10-minute pilot film led by a different heroic character, Leopard Man. Whereas Jaguar Man came from planet Babylonia to protect the Earth, Leopard Man is the secret identity of Detective Akizuki, who after losing his life is revived in an enhanced body by Professor Takimura as Leopard Man. This new hero is now the only thing standing in the way of the Mantle Empire's world conquest plans. While it was produced with a lower budget, relied heavily on illustrations plus recycled footage from the Jaguar Man pilot, Leopard Man was an inventive iteration of the original concept. Unfortunately, planning for this potential new TV series, which would air after Monster Prince wrapped up its run on Fuji Television, stalled, and P Productions' plans for a new hero series centered on a spotted feline were shelved in 1968. 3 years later, P Productions would revisit these works and take elements from each to create a new tokusatsu TV series, Gory the Space Ape. This new series would center on the battle between Dr. Gory and Spectre-Man, blending multiple elements from these previous efforts by P Productions teams, including stock footage, monsters, and design direction for Gory and Spectre-Man. Gory the Space Ape would go on to have a successful TV broadcast run, which lasted 63 episodes. This success, plus the growing popularity of Toei's Kamen Rider TV series, would spark P Productions' next television series, one that would inherit the spirit of Jaguar Man and Leopard Man's concepts, Kaiketsu Lion Maru. While originally planned as a revision of Leopard Man's concept, the setting was changed to the Sengoku period with a visual presentation that was akin to a period drama. The goal behind this decision was to differentiate the series from Kamen Rider and other programs from this period that took place in modern Japan. Interestingly, one of Toei's first programs produced to take advantage of Kamen Rider's popularity, Henshin Ninja Arashi, which started its broadcast 6 days after Kaiketsu Lion Maru premiered on Fuji TV, took a similar approach to its setting. Despite the change in the time period it's set in, Lion Maru, like Henshin Ninja Arashi, would make use of Kamen Rider's signature presentation and structure. These included a memorable transformation sequence, a unique way for the hero to travel long distances, action-packed battles, and a wide range of monsters to defeat throughout the series run. Plus, it made heavy use of many of P Productions' signature touches, including animated effects, matte paintings, miniatures, large-scale model sets, and a wide range of designs for the monsters that are featured throughout the series. The story of Kaiketsu Lion Maru opens by introducing us to a trio of orphans who lost their parents during the war, Shishimaru, Saori, and Kosuke. The three of them are students of Kashin Koji, a legendary ninja who also took on the role of being an adopted parent and teacher to these three youths. Many years before the beginning of the story, Kashin Koji traveled to the Himalayas with multiple companions to learn the secret arts of Jaramon. One of his companions, Gosen, who perfected the art of transformation, grew his body to a giant monster form and went into hiding on an island off of the coast of Kyushu, Japan. Here, he proclaimed himself as the Dark Great Demon King Gosen and established the Gosen Party, through which he commanded various dark monsters to take the lead with his plans to conquer Japan. Fast forward to the present, and a group of ninja is attacking a small village in the mountains. They are stopped by Shishimaru, who quickly eliminates several of them and repels the rest of their forces. But on closer inspection, he's shocked to discover that his foes have skulls for faces. After saving the village, Shishimaru alongside Saori and Kosuke decide to seek Kashin Koji's insights into what's happening. Sensing Gosen's intentions to kill him and his plans to take over Japan, Kashin Koji gives his three students special items to help them fend off the Gosen Party's plans. Shishimaru is given a sword with a hidden power that grants him the ability to transform into the heroic Lion Maru. Saori is given a short sword to fight alongside Shishimaru, and Kosuke receives a flute that when played summons Hikari Maru, which contains Kashin Koji's spirit. Proving that his premonition was right, their gathering is interrupted when one of Gosen's monsters, Orochi, accompanied by a group of skull ninjas, suddenly attacks. While the three young ninja were able to hold back the attack, Orochi carried out his orders and eliminated Kashin Koji. While devastated by the loss of their mentor and father figure, the trio inherit his will and set out on a journey to defeat the Demon King Gosen and prevent his forces from taking over Japan. As they travel throughout the country, they confront the Gosen Party's monsters and help save the people from their evil schemes. Eventually, they cross paths with Tora Jonosuke, a talented swordman allied with the Gosen Party, whose skills rivals those of Shishimaru. Armed with a magical sword given to him by Gosen, he also has the ability to transform into an alternate form, Tiger Joe. Tiger Joe, like Lion Maru, has enhanced abilities and strength, which he uses to battle Lion Maru throughout the series. These encounters, plus his own journey through the country, eventually lead to Tiger Joe rebelling against Gosen and hesitantly aligning himself with Lion Maru. This leads to multiple situations where the two hesitant allies would help each other when fighting Gosen's monsters and protecting innocent villagers from their schemes. Following the defeat of Gosen's Elite 8 monsters, Tiger Joe challenges the Demon King to a battle to the death. Gosen is ready though and easily defeats Tiger Joe, blinding him with his Gosen Thunder attack. He instructs his final monster, Gandoro, to finish him off before Lion Maru can interfere. While Tiger Joe valiantly tries to fight this new opponent, he's defeated by Gandoro's relentless attacks. Tiger Joe would be swiftly avenged by Lion Maru, who then shifts his attention to finally defeating Gosen. This leads to Shishimaru realizing that he must sacrifice himself to defeat the Demon King. Following a quiet farewell with Saori and Kosuke, he sets out on a final journey to defeat Gosen and ending his reign of terror across Japan. When the giant monster makes his appearance, Shishimaru transforms into Lion Maru and uses Gosen's attack against him, blinding him. This allows Lion Maru to enter Gosen's body and attack his heart directly, leading to a giant explosion that destroys both of them and brings an end to the Gosen Party's conquest of Japan. Like many of the early Transforming Hero programs, Kaiketsu Lion Maru went through multiple adjustments and production challenges that impacted the story, characters, and its cast. One of the earliest adjustments to its cast revolved around the character of Jotaro Gamo. Like Shishimaru, Saori, and Kosuke, he wanders through the country and from time to time helps people being attacked by the Gosen party. During his run-ins with the main cast, he would temporarily partner with them to take on Gosen's monsters. This character was played by Tetsuo Narikawa in episodes 3 and 5. The actor had previously played the title role in P Productions' Spectreman TV series and was brought on to Lion Maru as a way to leverage his popularity and provide a visual continuity between both programs. His inclusion in character ended up overshadowing the series lead, Tetsuya Ushio, so after his second appearance, the character, which was intended to be a semi-regular cast member, was dropped. The first major production challenge would arrive with the shooting of episode 7. While shooting a scene where Shishimaru was running down a steep slope, Tetsuya slipped and broke his leg. This led to a change in how his scenes were shot for the next 4 to 5 episodes to disguise his condition while retaining the intensity of the program's action scenes and his visual presence as the lead character. This included using the suit actor for Lion Maru, Kazuo Kamoshida, as a stand-in for Tetsuya in long shots, staging fights in visually busy environments, and shooting Tetsuya in close-ups for scenes where all he had to do was deliver lines. In episode 8, another change was made to the structure of Lion Maru's episodic stories with the introduction of Debonoba, who Gosen created as a clone that could lead his forces in the field. Prior to his introduction, each episodic monster operated independently, but with his arrival, Gosen had direct oversight of the various schemes being carried out by each monster. He was finally defeated by Lion Maru in episode 20. As the program was progressing towards its midpoint, the production team felt that Lion Maru needed an equally strong rival to strengthen the series' storyline. This led to the introduction of Tiger Joe in episode 27. Tora Jonosuke is a member of a feudal lord's family who left everything behind to become the best swordsman in Japan. In exchange for his alliance, Gosen grants him a special sword that allows Tora to transform into the powerful Tiger Joe. Tiger Joe and Lion Maru will clash throughout the series, and these encounters will lead to a shift in his priorities and alliances. This effectively led to the character being one of the first, if not the first, anti-hero character in a tokusatsu hero series, preceding Hakaider from the Kikaider TV series by half a year. The character was so popular at one point that P Productions president Soji Ushio considered featuring the character in a sequel series to Lion Maru. Tragically, actor Koji Tonohiro, who played the role of Tiger Joe, passed away as a result of an accident following the shooting of episode 40. This led to Yoshitaka Fukushima, who had previously auditioned for the role, to take over, starting with episode 42 and through the end of the series. Lion Maru wrapped up its television broadcast with episode 54 on April 7, 1973. The series proved to be a success for P Productions and its partners, with toys, manga, and other merchandise for the program performing well. This popularity led to a follow-up series that took place in an alternate setting, but used many of the elements that made its predecessor a success, Full Lion Maru. This program premiered a week after Lion Maru's final episode aired and would run for 25 episodes. Following the end of Full Lion Maru, the series would fade from the popular cultural landscape in Japan. But in 1986, Lion Maru resurfaced in North America with an English-dubbed presentation of the first episode in a Kid Classics home video release. In the early 1980s, the series was also made available on home video through Toho, which published Lion Maru in a 6-volume beta and VHS set. In 1992, the series was released on Laserdisc with a 7-disc release that included a series guide with photos and interviews. This will be followed by a DVD box set in 2002 and a Blu-ray set in 2016. Several years after its original broadcast, multiple ideas on how to bring back Lion Maru were explored. These included a reimagining of the concept that would take place in contemporary times and would have been produced by Savaraya Productions, and a Tiger Joe spin-off that would have him facing off against new adversaries. There was also a potential North American spin-off, Samorion, for which a short pilot film was produced, but ultimately wasn't greenlit. While these potential programs didn't make it past the concept phase, a more adult-oriented version of the original concept would in 2006. Lion Maru G, which premiered October 2006 on TV Tokyo, takes the original story and characters of Kaiketsu Lion Maru and places them in a modern Shinjuku, Tokyo. Unlike its predecessor and unproduced sequel concepts, this reimagining of Lion Maru took on an adult-oriented direction, which made for a big departure from the format of the original series. In 2008, a Lion Maru themed pachinko game was released across Japan. The game featured video clips from the series as well as CGI recreations of famous scenes and battles from the show. More recently, Lion Maru was featured as one of the lead characters of the North American comic book series Spectre-Man Heroes. Published in 2021 by Antarctic Press, this limited-run series featured Lion Maru alongside other P-Production heroes including Spectre-Man, Cyborger, and Tiger 7. A great story filled with non-stop action that's backed by exciting music and P-Production's signature special effects and design cues make Kaiketsu Lion Maru a quintessential entry in Japan's transforming hero TV genre.